I don't mind people having a criticism of certain people, right? I don't mind that. Like, y'all hear me criticizing. Like, I will say, the Biden administration lied about job market and housing market and economy. They lied, right? Yes. Um, so I don't mind criticism of stuff about people. Like, I'm not telling you you can't criticize anybody. That said, sometimes the criticism is stupid. It's like, did you really expect this man to fix all that shit in just 4 years? Are you serious? Do you know what just happened? You know what I mean? Yes. And he would be one of the first ones to that DL dude would be one of the first ones to say something super critical. Just like, oh, I gotta plug y'all back in. Hold on. I gotta plug y'all back in. Y'all should be good. Hello, welcome back. Let's see. Okay, so I like that I hit people. I have a hard time seeing chat on my YouTube. I really do. I have a very, very hard time seeing chat. That's why it's like, if you really want to interact, like, come over here, because over there it's like I'm really using it for preservation purposes, I guess. But the thing with, okay, so with Dawn, oh, they're both named Dawn. Okay, but anyway, with Donnell, right? So the Raspberry Congress. Yeah, it's really hard to watch corporate anything these days. But they were talking, it was something, and he was criticizing somebody. It was either Biden or Kamala or something. He criticized them or whatever. Oh, no. It was, yeah, it had something to do with one of those two, right? Or just Democrats in general. And he's like, they did not tell nanny boo boo no. I was like, what? And he's like, because it was some kind of exclusive that he was talking about. And he's like, I have an insider who is like a Israeli prime minister or something, right? He's like, I have somebody who was in that government, right? And he goes, that person said all Biden had to do was ask him to stop. And I'm like, first of all, hold the F up. Somebody got to tell you to stop being cruel? Okay, cool. You need somebody to tell you to stop being cruel? Did you need anybody to tell you to start being cruel? No, right? Okay, cool. So, even if he had told you to stop, were you really going to stop? Because you waited. You waited until it was known that your man was running again. If y'all notice, they waited until they knew, both of their asses, both Vodka and Nanny Boo Boo, waited until they knew that man was going to be running again. Because the plan was for them to do what they're doing in his second term. Like, he was supposed to get right back in. And this would have been even more accelerated. So okay. So then he said that, right? And he's like, I have it on. And I said some response, like, I forgot what I said. No, this is before he said it was an Israeli person. He said he has on good authority or whatever. And so I was like, you really think telling a grown man to stop being cruel was going to work? He's like, it is the Israeli government official said that Biden never asked him to. And I had to respond. I said, hold on. You're listening to the people who are being absolutely cruel right now. And I'm going to just say it that way because I don't want to get flagged or nothing. Who's being absolutely cruel right now to a whole new set of people because they want their land. We're not even talking a religious war because this ain't a religious war. This is way past not even a religious war. So this ain't no Jewish versus Hindu versus Mendel. This ain't that. Like, so stop that. It's not even about Holy Land, because if it was about Holy Land, then why would you be doing this on Holy Land? You know what I'm saying? Like play me like I'm a fool. First of all, there are many people who obviously are, But like, there's no way it's what you said, right? So when DL said it, I said, so you're going to listen to somebody who's in the government doing the thing and say, we just didn't ask him to stop. Come the F on. Are you serious? And so then I just made a video earlier tonight. I was speaking to a friend, and she was talking about how she just like, her and another friend just connected since last November because that friend had, chose the Mandarin. And I was like, so why did she choose the Mandarin? Did y'all talk about that? Like, why did she choose the Mandarin? And she said, because he was in favor of the I state. And I went, wait, what? What do you mean he's in favor of the I state? He's like, yeah, he was in I state and KH wasn't. I was like, but wait a second. But on social media, that's all they talked about. They kept saying she's for the I state. She's for G side. Like, they just kept saying that it was her. And I was like, where was your friend getting her news? She's like, oh, she was watching Fox News. So on TV, the old people and the cable payers were hearing that she was not in support of I. That's why some of those J people went for, and I'm like, but J people are everywhere. They're not just in I state. What are you talking about? Like, you don't have to live in I state to be J person, right? They're two separate things. And so because she was J, she went for him. I was like, that's dumb, right? That's dumb, right? And then on the internet, all the bots and the paid influencers, because yes, y'all listen to bots and paid influencers, were doing this. They were emotionally manipulating you because they were telling you that she was for the I state. Thank you. So I'm just like, okay, so for cable people, they were hearing this, and for internet people, they were hearing this. And not just that, but these algorithms, what they do, right? That everybody has a profile, period. And so people just buy your information and they send things to you for a thing. So, and I understand there is a lot of confusion to it. I get it, but there's not confusion to it if you actually think about it. So I'm like really asking people to think about it. Cause like, for instance, as soon as, Jasmine threw her hat into the ring, right? And y'all know we have read about it. We said she's gonna have a hard hill to climb, and there's gonna be some stuff against her, and like we could see it. Like it looked hard, but she was gonna be victorious. Well, the first thing I heard, and it's from a very popular influencer. He's a little flamboyant. You might know who I'm talking about. He has like this sandy brown mustache, and he's really, really thin. He has a little mop of curly hair. And I could not think of his handle for nothing, because he definitely would have been in my article. And he's like, oh my gosh, she's for the Jewish. I mean, she's an Israeli supporter, and she's an Israeli lover. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yes. And then everybody in his comments, oh man, I really liked her too. Hold on. So you're going to listen to this man for 5 seconds and then go, I can't support her. Are you stupid? Like, I don't even know why I got to ask that question. Like, nothing about this lady has said. Nothing. Like, look at her track record. Nothing. They're like, but she voted for Israel. No, she didn't. She voted for a package that they snuck that Israel shit into. And there was another one where they wanted just Israel. And she was like, no, we need to have humanitarian aid sent to Gaza and to the Palestinian people. She said that was why she didn't do it. It was written. I found the article. So it's not like she's just making this shit up now. It was literally there. Exactly. Where's the groundhog? Where's the groundhog that everybody votes for every 4 years? You know what I mean? And so it's so funny. Exactly. Check the donor list too. Because on top of that, it's like, there were people in the comments like, but she doesn't take AIPAC money. And they're like, well, there are other things that are aligned with AIPAC that she took her money from. It's like, okay, we'll go look at all her donor lists. Like, just look at it. But you're going to sit here and listen to this little hee for 5 minutes talk about, oh my God, she's such an Israeli supporter. And I'm like, we're cooked. We're cooked because they're running the same play. Like if you watch football, for instance, and you see a team run a play and it works, and you see the team run again that play again and it works the second time, and you see that team run a play again, you know why they're running the play a third time? Because your ass is too stupid to make the correction. Let me get back. Because it's like, this is literally the play they ran on. Some are bots. Yes, some are bots. But I go and I check profiles. Wait, you have thousands of people? Okay. All right, so you're incapable of critical thinking. Got it. Block. All right. You know, like, what? But like I said, this is a major influencer. He has like 6-figure numbers of followers. And he posts daily content. That content gets shared often because I've seen a lot of his content. And it's like, you couldn't take 5 seconds to go and look this shit up. Oh my God, guys, she supports Israel. It took me 5 seconds. I won't tell you who it is because I don't know his name. But it was like, I don't know his name. I just know his face. And it's like, what? So then I'm listening to a reader today, right? Ooh, yes, I know he's going to face the international troubles. That's why he's, ooh, child, listen. Ooh, okay. What was that? Oh, shit, I didn't pray. Hold on. Y'all know I can't dig into this without that. Especially because, no. All right, so I just saw, I literally just saw sweat, you know, like just sweat, just pouring. But yeah, you know I got to do protection because I can't have that boy walking in here again. No. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you guys, and then I'm gonna move on. Oh yes. Muskrat is in big ass trouble, because they said if you don't pay and if you don't fix it, all right, we got you. We finna handle this. Your ex ain't finna be nowhere. And then he got baby mama trouble too. Everything he's been doing is coming back, and he deserves that. I love it for him. But anyway, so then I was listening to somebody's, well, let me tell you who I'm listening to before we get into it, right? Because, I'm going to take like a minute and a half or something to pray real quick. But yeah, we ain't finna do that, buddy. Because like I immediately went into his energy. Nope, we're not doing that. But let's just say metaphorically, he is sweating. Like sweating. Anyway, I mean, he already did. He got into Tennessee, but so then I'm watching a reader, right? I think it was last night. Don't sneeze. Oh man, here we go with this nose stuff. So I was watching a reader last night, and it's somebody I already like don't vibe all the way with. It's a particular reader who reads a different system than tarot. She reads a different system, and I'll leave it at that. And she read on Jasmine about the I-state stuff, right? And oh no, she wouldn't have been able to. That recount would have went nowhere because they made it where she couldn't recount. Like the number of things that came in that last 5 minutes pushed the percentages to where she couldn't get no automatic recount or something like that. And then whatever the lawyer said not to worry about it, basically, because it would, listen, she can run against him in 26, basically. So it's like, by the time you actually get around to a court case, you know, that man's gonna be out. I think Libby saw him out before the year was up. Because his skeletons come. It's followed the ETA results for the big matchup last. Yeah, exactly. It did the same thing. Yep, he's out. He's gonna be out before that year is up. Pure heartbreak for him. But and I love that for him too. All right. So what was I saying? Oh, so this reader, she reads on Jay, and she even goes, I didn't take time to look it up, but let's ask the cards. And so she does it, and she's like, the cards say basically, thank you, boo. The cards basically say, in the way she interpreted it, I don't read that system, so I don't know. And she's like, I think she is supported by state. And I'm just like, 5 minutes. That's it. That's all you needed. 5 minutes. All you needed was 5 minutes to go and Google that information. That's it. That's 5 minutes. They literally have a tracker for that information. It's literally called Track APAC or APAC Tracker because they bought both domains and they're pointing in the same place. It's literally 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. That's all you had to do. 5 minutes. And did not do it. And had the nerve to say, yes, I think she is. And then I look at her comments because people don't understand the platforms they have, right? A lot of people are listening to you because they trust you. Because well, I don't know if she has any gifts or anything. I think she might be just a reader. I'm not sure how it goes. You know, like I'm gifted, not necessarily a reader. I just add the cards to give me pictures. I'm more like Libby on that hand. Because sometimes Libby don't even go by what the card means either. She goes by the picture. And she has been pretty on money with her things. That's why I love watching Libby. One, because I also get news because she's Australian, so I get news that is blocked over here. But I was so disappointed because her whole like comment section was all these people like, oh my God, man, we can't support anybody. Oh, I think they're all corrupted. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you have a platform and you get thousands of views a day. Every video. Take 5 minutes to verify. No, we're not going to be good friends. Not at all. We can block that one too, because we're not going to be good friends. No. Yo creo que no. You know who I'm talking about? Are you talking about Libby or do you know who I'm talking about? Yes. It's crazy. Okay. I'm getting messages, so I'm gonna stop. So yeah, it's coming to an end. I think all of it's coming to an end. And I did. I responded on her thing with the sites. I'm like, you guys just take a few seconds and go look, okay? And I gave them the websites. I love Libby. Libby's fantastic. She is a very human reader. She'll tell you, I don't know, or you know, like I love that. Everybody else comes off very, very arrogant, and I hope I don't, because I don't feel that way if I do come off arrogant. But I am a person who gets really, really, really angry at stupidity. Stupidity is frustrating.